Why is it when anything happens to the bunker, it's always you six? Anyways, last time on Big Brother, the house guests were graced with a loved one's visit HOH competition, where Bill won the title and a painful 24 hours with his mother. Bill nominated his biggest enemies, Nico and Danica, and further conquered the rock wall to win the power of Veto, keeping his nominations the same. Nico and Danica fought their hardest, but on eviction day, Nico was sent home in a 4-2 vote after a brutal flip by Jinx and Dom. 7 house guests remain, who will be evicted next. Welcome back, beautiful people, and say hello to the final 7 of Big Brother Apocalypse. We just got done with Nico's tragic eviction, and Connie is very displeased being the only one who saved him in the vote. But it's not my fault, it's your fault, Scott. Scott's like, woman, can I cook? But he also tells Connie to get good, yo. Not his fault that her alliance is going down in flames. Ooh, this battle is on. Let's skip to the new week so we can get this HOH competition rolling. Or not, because it's a full moon, goddammit. Well, since they can't sleep for a few hours, Connie is gonna find comfort in the fact that Dom is still her number 1, and they'll hold on to whatever tad pack crumbs they have to get by. Scott! Stop frightening people with your pee! Connie's like, see? We can't live like this. Well, all that's happening upstairs. Danica and Lyric are talking in the pool. They voted together for the past 2 weeks, and Lyric even saved her last eviction, so maybe the trust is starting to come back. Oh, none of that funny business though. Danica is a changed, loveless woman.
Pardu skidna. Washes a breeze. Bumkaro Sumbisi. Klimf. Uchima go larga slonkim.
Oh, finally. It's 3 AM and Scott has finally calmed down. Oh, but this headache. And I smell like piss. Better go wash it off. Or not. The morning has arrived and Scott and Danica are training hard for their upcoming HOH competition, while others are simply giving pep talks to themselves.
Polina or bees? The Dame. Tariq, be Ralph, Illinois.
Alright, finish up your training, peeps! It's almost time for... Oh, what was that? And who turned out the lights? Jinx goes, the end of times is here, which got Danica in a panic. Calm down, people. I'm sure there's a logical explanation. You know, maybe this is part of the HOH competition. Let's head to the challenge grounds just to be sure. Oh, well, there's some light in here at least. This is quite the contraption. Bill, you know everything as the outgoing HOH, right? Give us some insight. Well, fellas, looks like something above knocked out the power grid. The backup generators have just enough juice to power this TV, so let's send a drone to check above. What the f? Oh my god, I give you all the land and you placed a bowling alley? I do appreciate you making a home for yourselves, but please! Well, there's your answer. Those dumbasses must have hit a live wire while installing the bowling lanes. Which means this week, your fate in the game depends on you working with these evicted mofos. Credits for this diabolical competition twist comes from David D on YouTube. Couldn't have thought of a better one myself. First, each of you must draft one of the evicted to compete as your teammate. Your job as competing house guests is to run on the treadmills to power up the bowling lanes, allowing your teammate to bowl and rack up points. If you fall off the treadmill or quit, the power is shut off and the bowling stops. The evicted house guest who knocks down the most pins will win their partner the title of head of household. So, run your heart out and put your eggs in the right basket. And your draft order today is determined by these future cubes we just found lying in the basement. The house guest with the best luck will go first. And looks like Scott and Danica get first dibs. We'll do it again and again until any and all ties are broken. Alright, that settles the order then. Connie and Dom will go next and Lyric and Jinx in last. Scott gets first pick, and he could go for his best bro Clove, but he opts for reverse psychology instead and picks his greatest enemy, Grim. It's an interesting move, for sure. Danica is next, and she can relate. She's picking her pre-jury bestie, Muna. Connie opts for her first group buddy, Clove, who was Dom's pick, so he goes with Abby, the comp piece, instead. Bored as ever to compete again, I see. Between Crystal and Huda for last pick? Oh, easy. Lyric's going with her first kiss, Huda, which leaves Jinx to claim Crystal as her teammate by default. And the competition begins! The house guests step on the treadmills and the power is on! Start bowling, flops! And, you see, that's the reason I call them flops. Grim is so powerful, he threw the bowling ball into freaking space. And Abby gets a strike! Come queen! Clove, you flop, you are f***ing this up for Connie. It's a good thing neither side knows how the other is doing. Clove, why is you calling? Focus on yourself, my god. Oh, some of these house guests are going above and beyond. Y'all don't have to do all that, you know. Oh, maybe you do, because there's a change in the wind. Clove gets a strike, and so does Muna. And Huda. Not Grim though. Everybody getting good but Grim.
Hjälpa för temp, belopa kampe. Befala. Sigura Quinar, Beflarza.
Abby's staying consistent with a split. And Crystal... Dang, all that training must have paid off because these house guests are still going. Oh! Said that too soon. Connie falls and is out of the competition, which means this is Clove's last bowl. Nailed it. Well, have a seat, Clove. You are out of the competition. Meanwhile, Muna scores another strike. Okay. And so does Grim. Better late than never. And in the treadmill room, Jinx collapses. Those skinny legs gave out. Poor girl.
Mevo laba. Viva desu. Stibu plebo.
Jinx. Come off the treadmill now, please. Oh, wait. I didn't mean all of you too. I guess they're content with their workout? Well, everybody, make your final bowls. Oh, Jesus Christ, Muna. Don't blow up the whole thing. I don't think Abby is impressed with the final run either. And Scott finally taps out too. Last chance, Grim. Acceptable, I suppose. Alright, house guests, you've done your part. Now let's see if your teammate did theirs. Great job bowling today, evicted house guests. We have reviewed the clips and the scores are in. The lowest scores today, Crystal and Clove. Neither you or your teammates came through today. So Connie and Jinx out of the HOH. Next out is Grim. Your teammate lasted the longest, but you suck at bowling, so Scott, no HOH for you either. Reverse psychology didn't work today. 3 divas remain and they all scored above 30 pins. But next out is Abby with a score of 35 pins, putting Dom out of the running. 2 ladies remain. One scored 37 while the other 39. It's between Lyric and Danica who will win their first HOH. And the winning bowler is... Muna! Just like your final streak, you were on fire today after that rough start. Congratulations! You have won HOH for your competing house guest, Danica! Danica? You could look happier, you know.
Buma, Samso Mog. Banji. Vinta.
Apala Chaba. Peldo Dabishi. Rezo Tharbo. Dabishi.
Thank you for playing, you icons, and enjoy the rest of your stay. As for you, Seven, say hello to your new HOH, Danica. Be nice to your paranoid queen. Oh, good, you're powered up the whole bunker again while you're at it. Well, her first order of business is a nice long shower. She deserves it. Scott and Jinx excitedly celebrate in the toilet. Danica is basically the best friend in the game, so they should be sitting pretty this week. Jinx even suggests that she be added to their little alliance. I'll dub them the happy 3 friends for now, because I am running out of ideas.
Fasanoi Valpim. Vonti. Fefete Felka. Benu.
She's so thrilled she can't help but burst out in song. Oh, she actually got an audience of 1. Lyric said, "Why, I love Itsy Bitsy Spider." Bill basically starts his eviction campaign on day 1, since he knows that he's going up after nominating Danica last week, and Dom reassures him that he got his back. The Juicy Dudes need to stay together now. There's only 3 of us left. A lie, by the way, because Dom's number 1 is also Connie. They're gonna carry whatever remains of the Tat Pack all the way to the end.
Need. Ferne Globy. Twasiba. Oh.
Oh, Jing senses something is wrong and pops in to tell her showman to not be swayed by this evil-tongued woman. Well, Connie tells him the same. Did you know this Lady Smurf is literally kissing your enemy? Don't fall for her tricks. I think Dom is just thrilled to have women fighting for him again. Just the way things should be. Oh, Bill is coming straight up to talk to Danica too. Like, hey, any way to not see my pretty face up there this week? I don't know. Maybe win a competition like you told me to? Touche and well played. Oh, and one more thing. I'm not sure this is helping your case, Bill, but you do you.
Kiara Balansif. Spabim. Skibik Nardu. Wisib.
Washupaza. Blevko.
And he proceeds to judge Lyric's bonsai skills for the rest of the day. Oh, well, that's... Well, what do you know? Looks like your hairline, Bill. How dare you? I'm using top-tier products!
Scritch!
And Lyric spreads the news to Jinx. Bill and Connie are probably the noms this week. And if either of them get off the block, the other must go.
Sarefi Pardu Skizna. Guaz Karenzi. Lerna Pafinskuma.
And she also throws in a little flirtation to drive the message home. Lyric's also been making friends with Thimble to preserve her sanity. Who wants a treat? No? Thimble, not you too? The stupid rat. He's get f***ed. Please! Dom gets HOH privileges because he's a good friend of Danica's, but not him using the tub before she did. Well, enjoy the bath, Dom. Danica's turning in for the night before she makes a big decision tomorrow. And she runs her decision by Scott the next morning. Oh, looks like Scott does not fancy Bill going up. Like, we need Connie gone. Why would you put the most hated person next to her? But like, who else do we even put up?
Not my job, yo.
Shalboda Brogi. Nuloy, huh? Gaunin. Yasinar Pliva.
Well, Dom's got you covered, Danica. Now that we're close enough to share an HOH room, maybe you can be the one to hear me out on Lyric. She's so slimy and non-committal. I'm twice the ally she ever was. You don't need her. We can think on it? Sure, let's dress up and show off our bond.
Bainlo.
Not the cowboy. That's a choice. So, have you thought about it? She's like, I hear you, but I don't think I can pull the trigger like that just yet. I don't know.
Skiba Fabdul. Oh, the Chiringa.
Las Rind Shoop. Spook. Amka.
There's also a matter of Scott just not wanting Bill to be on the block this week. He has an affinity for this goofy dude, even though they had their rough patches. Plus, they're both comp threats, so why not keep each other as a shield?
Blue Drip Pashushi. Neborfmibash. Hobi Ray Sorzin. Sarflozane. Banashorg.
On the flip side, Connie does not give a damn since Danica is hellbent on nominating her anyway. And she calls her out on her poor gameplay. Like, bruh, my alliance is basically gone and you're beating a dead horse? Some gameplay. My gameplay is at least superior to yours. At least I have alliances still. Well, Connie's gonna go poison the boys against Danica now. You'll realize you don't need her anymore, right? You already have a majority?
Zaffel! Ponil! Gahara Shwabi!
Here, have a backflip from Scott. And it's time for the nomination ceremony. Whatever will Danica do? Yeehaw! Howdy, partners! Danica Air and she has to nominate 2 people for eviction. I won't take too long. I nominate Connie and Bill. Ya two are mean, rude, and you overstay your welcome. Nobody here deserves to go before you two, so let's make it easier, shall we? And nobody was shocked. Connie and Bill, you are nominated for eviction. POV coming up in a few hours, so good luck. And Scott straight up laughs in Connie's face that she's on the block. Suppose you wouldn't save me over Bill, would ya? Haha, you got jokes, Connie. Yeah, well, your muscles are hideous. Oh, and Dom has had enough of all the HOHs not listening to him. He calls Danica out this time too. Please, she is sweating now over this.
Merkel Zira? Gaba? Trangela Shopsim? Merno Lumbik.
And it's time for the POV competition. We'll see if Bill or Connie can win their way off the block today. Ooh, looks like we're doing some target practice again. Let's go. Danica, Connie, and Bill will be playing, and we will pick 3 more. Danica spins. House guest choice. And she goes for Dom again. Hopefully he respects her nominations if he wins. Connie gets house guest choice too. Well, Dom is taken, so her fiery showman's lyric will have to do. And Bill gets Jigs. Alright, she looks excited. Well, Scott, looks like you're explaining our comp again. Woohoo! Adventure waits in our POV competition today. Each of you will be stationed at one of these archery ranges. And your goal is simple. Score a bullseye. That yellow circle in the middle, you see? And the power of Veto is yours. Your test subjects took 2 hours and counting, so hopefully y'all are more competent. Let's go, take your places. Alright, our contestants are ready to begin, so begin the archery. I think Jinx's arrow went out of bounds somehow? How'd she even do that? We're 30 feet underground. Well, this challenge definitely has a learning curve. These people are dropping their arrows left and right.
Zaba, bench we tankwol in Juk?
Ooh, Dom is getting closer to the center. He's reached the red zone. Connie is not faring so well either. The hopes of getting off the block are slipping away, just like her arrow. Jinx is getting worse too. R.I.P. Oh, wait. Did they hit it at the same time? Oh my god, they did! Wait, rewind the tapes. So after rewinding the tapes, we have found that Danica hit her arrow just 5 frames, aka 5 milliseconds before Bill did. Whew, so close. We love a photo finish. And that means Danica wins the power of Veto, gaining full power this week. Whoop whoop. Girl, please, is she ever happy?
Kubepa Dorsepa!
Yeah, she is so filled with adrenaline after winning that comp. Well, that was an eventful day. Let's see if some sleep can change Danica's mind. Oh my f***ing god. What is that, Scott? That's... I don't know if I like it. Yeah, you know what? If I saw myself like that in the mirror, I'd crash out too. Jinx! She's like, good boy. Maybe if I move silently, he won't bark at me. Oh, he noticed. He said, now why would you do dishes in front of my face?
Galimpo!
Connie ain't afraid though. She said, can I boop that? No, you will respect the veteran werewolf.
Jeremy. Oh, Demosh.
Ah, it's finally over. Oh, that got Lyric paranoid. Aw. Well, at least you can relate to Danica even more now. Lyric actually reaches out to Dom today and flatters him. Oh? Perhaps they're reaching some kind of truce since the rivalry isn't going anywhere?
And Fabi Narble. Franj.
Wabarani Charib. Zabris Cathara.
Valafoy. Yib Sequinario. Stupid Nepsta.
No phones in the Big Brother house. Not them exchanging numbers though? Are they starting a showmance? Meanwhile, Danica and Bill continue their taunts outside. Like, oh, I want a comp like you said, and how does that make you feel? He said, girl, I was less than a second behind you, okay? Our comp abilities are even at most. Oh, Jinx sees this and calls it injustice. Damn, Jinx, I didn't even know you liked Bill that much. Maybe it helps that Bill is rude AF to Connie? An enemy of my enemy is my friend type stuff? Well, Connie corners Jinx in the toilets to give her a universal sign of disapproval. That's definitely one way to take her off.
Kubu Naribu. Rinshoop Shishita Babura.
Well, it's time for the POV ceremony then. Let's see what Danica has decided with her veto. Hello again, house guests. Happy to grace you with my presence again. This won't take long. Neither of you have given me a reason to take you off the block. Instead, you've given me a reason not to. So that's what I shall do. I am discarding the power of veto. Well, that meeting could have been an email. Lyric immediately heads over to Jinx to secure the votes to send Bill home. Let's keep the female majority. We can make herstory here.
Tibo Manza Zimonis Arrow. Ulak Shusha. Yumful.
Please, not Connie napping. Those werewolf breakouts got her losing sleep. And Bill seeks out his only bro Scott for help to stay this week. He's like, don't worry, I got you, dude. We just need like one more vote at least. Jinx, where are you going? Oh, okay. I assume this is a Star Wars thing. Well, Robot Girl, want to throw a guy a lifeline and save him this week? I know you hate Connie. Well, that I do. I think all of us could have something brewing over here. Oh my god, totally! It's time to break down gender norms and welcome Jinx into the Juicy Dudes, which we'll rename Juicy High Jinx. I'm sure Dom wouldn't mind. Now this is a Final Four that can go somewhere. Bill is excited.
Loops, Fenerba, Raga, Parfase Schwoz, Teeps Parfase Horib.
Con Fulibo Daba.
Grenea.
Oh, and of course Bill must rub it in Lyric's face about this. Well, it's time for desperate measures. Lyric will kiss a rusty metal for a vote. And now there's seductive dancing. Bill's like, I can pay you to stop the show? I mean, I'm entertained. Look at those moves. She also goes to seduce Dom one more time so he can save Connie. Pretty sure he was going to anyway.
Sense.
Oh, Lyric, the toilet doesn't have a vote, girl. Well, let's get some rest before another eviction day. Connie starts the morning campaigning to Jinx. You know what would make your showmancers so happy? If you saved me, like they all would. Yeah, maybe if I ignore her long enough, she'll go away. Dom's like, she's right, Jinx. Look, we've kept Bill long enough. I'm willing to sacrifice my bro so both my ladies can stay. Oh, what was that, Dom? Let's see how your business fares when you betray your bros on national television. And by the way, we added Jinx to the Dudes Alliance.
Dombila, Suzo, Yabahorn, Arimboya.
And Dom will not be a part of this abomination any longer. Let's leave. I'll just rename this alliance to Humor and Hijinks. Cause like Humor and Hijinks, but like it's the guys and Jinx. I love that the girls are straight up snogging while the guys are just falling apart on the side. Scott feels pretty confident that Bill will stay today. Dom will come around, and even if he doesn't, all we need is... her.
Yeah.
Danica is faced with some stress now, realizing that this week could end up in a tie.
Baribi. Damse Bruhana.
Maybish. Honrum.
Jinx goes, well, if I do save Connie this week, can she promise she wouldn't nominate me if she gets the chance? Of course, honey. Connie, you can do that, right? There's like Scott and Bill in your hit list still? Okay. I guess this is how Dom likes to settle things from here on out. Ooh, except Connie kicked his ass. Well, Jinx didn't like that. How dare you abuse my lover's face?
Yeah. Mabiza. Barzip Fanay. Siganorf.
Oh, here comes Lyric! Lyric won't know what to do. Girl, the emotions of these guys are made of glass. Just poke at it. Okay. Say, Bill, what's this thing about how you're running circles around these Dumbos again? If anything, Dom said it first. He started this alliance, and I have the receipts to prove it.
Frina de Yankee? Revuda.
Meanwhile, in the backyard, Jinx catches Danica for a quick talk. Like, look, even if Bill becomes a prophet tomorrow, he's already doomed with the jury. Connie, though, her whole alliance is there. That's dangerous. Well, that does make sense. Now, Bill, maybe if you stop interrupting, the ladies can continue their talk about saving you. Danica has a lot of info to marinate for this upcoming eviction, but unfortunately, that time is now. Head to the living room, peeps. Another eviction ceremony coming your way. Connie, Bill, looking good. Sadly, one of you must bid farewell to the bunker tonight. Danica, as the HOH, you will only vote in the event of a tie. Let's go, let's go.
Teebs, Shefanaz Nabim Rabaza.
Essenoi Florib. Venosa Golarga.
Espina, Funub soon. Jinjil Shopa.
Thank you. Connie and Bill. The votes are in. When I reveal the vote, the evicted house guests will have just a few moments to say their goodbyes, collect their belongings, and walk out the front door. And by a vote of 2-2, we have a tie. Danica, as the HOH, you will now break the tie. Please stand before the nominees and deliver your decision. Well, I thought this would be easy since I strongly dislike both of you, but I've had to consider the effects of my game and my allies. So, with a heavy heart, I am evicting Connie. Sorry girl, you're the much bigger jury then. Godspeed. Aww, RIP to an absolute queen! I honestly didn't know what to expect of Connie preseason, but she ended up having such an enjoyable and hilarious run. I'll miss her endless fighting for sure.
Espina. Arabe. Sanguinario. Ventre Bala 40.
Especially to you though, Dom. Give him hell. So, do I have your jury vote? Mother, time it, please, you dumb. Alright, Connie, time to go. This house will not be the same without your heat. Another applause for our feisty and fabulous Connie. Have a seat, my queen. You just got evicted in a tie vote by HOH Danica. Do you think there's anything you could have done to sway her vote in your favor?
Meshka. Arishabor. Fuano. Zafine. Ulak. Yimple.
That is the name of the game. You had such a strong start, but things really fell apart after the jury phase started. What would you have done differently to keep your alliance afloat?
Zagalazig. Safis. Camus. Zamonacero.
Well, some of these bros may have a thing or two to say. Let's see your goodbye messages.
Storn of Flame. Sarde ya Libshigo. Milza.
Sanguinario? Chiba Alabar. Ganashuna. Tharb Fenib.
Lunif Fronge. Marvel Bean. Yibs.
And that's your goodbye messages. Any final thoughts?
Skooma Varb. Palachava. Zafis. Fumon Sikafis.
She had such a dynamic journey and she never stopped being a main character. I'll miss this fireball of energy for sure. But, house guests, the night is not over. You heard me right. Connie will not be the only house guest leaving tonight because it's double eviction night. We're about to play a week's worth of Big Brother, ending with another eviction. So proceed to the challenge grounds. We're crowning a new HOH. Ooh, okay, we're in a recording studio today. Danica, as the outgoing HOH, you will not compete, but you can deliver us our challenge. Whew, what an exciting turn of events! For the double eviction HOH competition, you will assume your position at one of these mixing booths and create a mixtape about the apocalypse above. The mixtape with the best quality will win themselves the title of head of household. Alright, let's get mixing, y'all. Get creative with all that plague and death stuff. Scott's like, woo! This is just like my DJ booth at home. Yeah, Lyric, when all else fails, just tap some buttons. Bill has some experience making sim-togs. This is kinda that, maybe? Alright, and we can start burning those tracks now. I'll call this one, The World is Domed. Jinx, you're dead. Beam me up, Scotty? No, laser beam me up, Scotty. A lyrical parish song, or whatever that one Pokemon move is. And finally, everyone gets bills. The true apocalypse. Okay, put those mixtapes down, house guests. It's time to check the quality. Dom's is normal. Oh, Jinx's is poor. Oh dear. Scott got outstanding. Oh my god. Okay, Scott. Lyrics is normal and Bill is also normal. Well, congratulations, Scott! You are the newest HOH! Your third one this season! Woo! Unfortunately, there's no time to ponder. Please make your nominations in the living room right now.
Sweet! I'm not going home this double eviction! But with Connie gone, this is the worst thing ever because everyone here is a friend of Scott's and you're welcome to my club anytime. But I have to consider the best path to the end at this point, so I'm nominating Lyric and Danica. I'm sorry, ladies. You are both immense threats to my game. I hope you can take this as a sign of respect.
What the Scott, you did not! What a brutal backstab, especially on your bestie Danica! Oh, Lyric and Danica, you are nominated for eviction. Dang, it's Lyric's first time on the block too. Thankfully, there's still the POV, and that's happening right here, right now. Back to the challenge grounds we go! Oh, good luck, ladies. Oh, nice! Looks like our recording studio is now a photo studio. Since there's only 6 of you left, everybody is playing in this POV competition. You've made some passable mixtapes, so now we need some cover art to put at the top of your beautiful melodies so we can sell them for profit. You will take a total of 12 selfies in front of these warning lights, and the house guest whose collection is worth the most will win the power of Veto. Let's start! Also, warning, there's gonna be flashing lights for like the next 20 seconds or so. Oh no, this apocalypse gives me the fright.
This apocalypse got me depressed.
If I can survive this apocalypse, so can you. Yeah, girls and gays, don't let this apocalypse get you down. This apocalypse is horrible for my complexion. Who does one kiss in an apocalypse? Alright, photos are taken. Let's go backwards this time, starting from Lyric. Lyric's collection is 207 Simoleons, okay? Dom got 193, oof, not enough. Danica's 198 is also not enough to beat Lyric. Scott got 206 simoleons! That's one away from Lyric, so not enough to beat her either. Lyric still keeps her lead. Jinx is next, and she gets 203 simoleons. Not too shabby, but not enough. Now for Bill, 208! Stop! That's one more than Lyric's 207! Jeez, that was so close! Well, congratulations, Bill! You've won your third POV this season, and you're neck and neck with Scott in comp wins. Amazing job!
Storm of Flame.
But we're gonna need your decision ASAP, so please return to the living room and deliver us your decision, Bill. Haha! You really think you can beat me in a selfie comp? Nobody loves me more than me. My bro Scott has shocked everybody with his noms today, and I trust his process, so I'm choosing to not use the power of veto today. Fight on, ladies! Thank you, Bill, I guess. Lyric and Danica, you both look absolutely ethereal, but unfortunately, one of you is joining Connie in the jury shortly. It is time to vote, house guests. Scott, as the HOH, you will only vote in the event of a tie. Let's get this double eviction rolling.
Oi bin Fefru. Oops, Finerba. Raga.
Meska? Kosha Shanoi? Pibata Nu.
Smishy Yafana. Baribi. Damse Brahana.
Thanks for voting, house guests. Lyric and Danica, best of luck. When I reveal the vote, the evicted house guests will have just a few moments to say their goodbyes, gather their belongings, and walk out the front door. And by a vote of 2-1. Danica, I'm very sorry, but you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. Not Danica, no! She was doing so well! Also, not another double eviction, sending home not one but 2 queens. I just had to compose myself because I was heartbroken for Danica. Being betrayed by her first friend in the bunker like that is crazy.
Fasanoi Valpim. Vanti. Chinosa. Lansif Zarde. Spabim Abalo. Niblet Below Flammo. Grelmeep.
Shupal.
Tinova. Yumbala.
Oh. And they must have one last fight for the road. And she lost. Glad she's being a good sport about it though. See you, Danica. We'll miss you, messy queen. Make some noise for the beautiful, the fearless Danica. Queen, you were so robbed, going from HOH to being evicted in the same night. What do you think contributed to your eviction?
Buma. Samzo Mog. Banji. Sarefi Pardu Skizna. Guaz Karenzi. Bifala Narble. Binvet. Yibs. Meebish.
You had some strong words for Scott on the way out. That betrayal may just be the defining moment of the season. What do you think is his plan moving forward?
Essenoi Florib. Vinosa Golarga. Canathoi Narble. Nilshaba.
So, before we leave, your house guests have left some goodbye messages, and boy, do they have lots to say.
Shamagra Gathara. Abivo.
Vinta!
Brisham. Wafata. Prita? Wabarani Zimze. Bayumi. Jaspa Exine.
Jabin. Nobi Yurmta. Zimabe. Sequinario Ulak. Akroba.
Zarzulia Yerblik. Uchi Pichi. Wafatub Fibose. Jewel.
Well, that's a little bit of something. Any final words do you wish to impart before you leave?
Tibo Manza Zimonis Arrow. Essenoi. Flarib Finalibo.
And another diva bites the dust. Danica was fun, messy, and all around just a pleasant personality. I'll definitely miss what could have been. Well, and we have a final 5! The next few days are gonna be a quick and fierce battle to make it to the final 3. I'm excited to see who steps up to the challenge. I am sick by these evictions. I remember being so shocked I was dead staring at my spreadsheet for like 5 minutes straight. Both Connie and Danica offered such amazing energy to this season in different ways. But whew, what a move by everyone involved. Genuinely did not see that coming. Well, half of these alliances are on their way out. I kept Jin and Scott as an alliance here instead of the happy 3 friends with Danica, cause, well, that didn't stick. Bill somehow rose to a powerful position with Scott and Jinx in the new alliance, which is crazy to think about. This endgame is gonna be very spicy, especially with Dom basically losing the last of his alliances, and Lyric with her showmances. Maybe they do need to join forces for this endgame. And here is our season chart! This season is moving so fast, I know. But I am so hyped that this cast continues to surprise us every step of the way. I'll also be combining the final 5 and final 4 rounds in the next episode because we know the endgame of Big Brother can drag, so expect 2 more heartbreaking eliminations coming your way. That being said, I am so excited to crown a winner, especially with the finale format to be revealed. Thanks for tuning into this episode, friendos! Your support this season means the absolute world, and I'm having a blast playing through this season with you. Be sure to let me know who from the final 5 you think is winning. And while I cook up the next part, I wish you the best this week ahead, and I will see you next time. Bye!